Greetings, denizens of the internet! You can call me Nitro Indigo, and today I want to talk about Temtem. If you don't know, Temtem is a Pokemon-inspired MMORPG that entered early access a few months after Sword and Shield burned the fandom down. I was hesitant to play it at first because it looked like a search and replaced version of Pokemon that lacked its own identity, not to mention that I was waiting for it to go on sale, but then Loxton and Noggin's video got me interested enough to buy it. I've now completed the main story, and it's my fourth most played game on Steam. What really sets Temtem apart from Pokemon is the setting. It takes place in the Airborne Archipelago, a series of 6 floating islands based on different parts of the world. We get a good sense of each town's economy, the various jobs people have, and the ways people got around before airships were invented. It really strengthens the game's theme of people from various cultures working together. Unfortunately, the actual Temtems aren't integrated into the world building very well. Very few NPCs talk about them, and while a lot of Tempedia entries mention how certain species live alongside humans, we don't see much of that. I get that Pokemon is mocked for how much the setting revolves around, well, Pokemon, but Temtem feels like it's swinging too far in the opposite direction sometimes. Or at least, that's how I felt during the first 2 islands. The game really picks up on the 3rd island, Tukma. The story gets more intense. I love the juxtaposition of a toxic wasteland that hides great beauty underneath, and the music is just mwah. The only downside is that it's supposed to be based on Central America, but feels more like a high fantasy location with some Nahuatl words slapped on. By far the most interesting part of Tukma is its ecosystem. While the surface is inhospitable to humans, it's made of layers of volcanic rocks and crystals that filter and purify the water, allowing people to live in the crystal caves below. This water pools into the Kakama cenote, and if you're lucky, you might find Shuine there. Visually, Shuine is striking. Its head contrasts with the rest of its body to draw your attention, but it's just a dull enough shade of red that it doesn't clash against the blue. What really makes me love Shuine, though, is its lore. It's based on Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent god from Aztec mythology, while cenotes are found all over South America and were important to the Mayans. It's the only part of Tukma that feels Mesoamerican. Its Tempedia entry says it's able to purify the water almost as effectively as the volcanic rocks, and this is reflected through its traits, which prevent itself or its ally from being poisoned. Since this purification process is essential for the Tukmani's survival, it only makes sense that it's revered in the city of Quetzal. The guards wear Shuine-themed uniforms, and its horn was the centrepiece of a shrine in the cenote. In battle, Shuine's horn changes the holder's toxic techniques into water ones, which further fits in with its lore. While there are several Temtems I like more for sentimental reasons, Shuine is by far my favourite in terms of its inspiration and lore. It's not even a legendary equivalent or anything, but it really feels like an organic part of the world. Until next time, stay interesting!